Hey Dragonites, this is DraycosDragon. Welcome to another Dragon video. Today's video is all about the negatives of YouTube and how YouTube has been doing more harm than good the last couple of years, specifically last year in general. As well as the start of this year, because this year has just started. What I want to talk to you about is pretty much all the problems that YouTube has been having the last year or two, roughly. And the way things are going is probably going to get even worse. The reason I mention that is because YouTube has been demonetizing people, removing videos from people's channels, and flagging people, giving them warnings for no shit, like no reason at all. I've had I think about 14 or 15 of my Happy Wheels videos. They were fine, and then when I did part 16 and 17, suddenly I get warnings on all of them saying, "Oh, this video is not suitable for most advertisers." I'm like, why does it matter? It's meant for the entertainment. It's meant to entertain people, it's not meant to advertise things. So why would this matter now? That's just one example of how YouTube has been getting horrible lately. I've known people that have gotten, I'm going to say, anywhere between a couple thousand to maybe even 100,000 subscribers in the last year or two, and for some reason they're having even worse time. They're having videos removed with no reason whatsoever. They're having videos flagged for no reason. They're having instant copyright claims when there's nothing copywritten in the videos, and yet YouTube doesn't seem to be doing anything about this stuff. If anything, they're just adding more and more issues to the problem. What I mean by that is, sure, they want to get advertisers on the side, whatever. Some people make money off of that, so what? But the problem is, it's not about the advertiser. It's about YouTube's automated system. They're not even checking the videos or streams themselves. They're letting the bots do it. So everyone's losing subscribers, losing views, losing videos, and all because YouTube decides, you know what, we're going to let the bots deal with this. We're not going to let the humans do it anymore. That's not the way to do things. As a matter of fact, I actually just spoke to someone on Discord. I'm not going to reveal their names. They've had their channel taken down for, I think, 3 to 4 months, all because they apparently had something copywritten or inappropriate on the VOD of their stream. For those who don't know, VOD is video on demand. And yet there's no problem in that video or stream. If anything, it's all either copyright free or it's legal for everyone to use. And yet YouTube is saying, you know what, we're going to put warnings and flags on this person just because we feel like there's something wrong with it. But but that's only one example. And a lot of people, especially big YouTubers like, I'm going to just say name Matthias, for example, who have been having similar issues, and big YouTubers that are actually making not only themselves but YouTube itself money. They try to contact the YouTube company itself, and they're not getting any explanations. They're not getting any emails back. They're not getting anything. Yet YouTube is expecting them to make money for YouTube, whereas YouTube is not really doing anything to show that they're listening to YouTubers, which explains why, or which is another thing. I've actually known, I'm going to say, about anywhere between 5 to 7 people within the last 3 or 4 months who have already said, you know what, we're done with YouTube, fuck them, we're going to be switching to Twitch, because Twitch does not do things automated. Well, most things. They actually try to work with the creators. They don't automatically throw all this negativity at them. And this is the reason that I feel that by 2022, roughly, by then YouTube is probably going to start going downhill, like majorly. Actually, not even that. I'm going to say 2020. By 2020, I think they're going to go downhill and start losing content creators because of how horrible they're doing. YouTube is supposed to be for fun. It's supposed to be to enjoy what you're doing without breaking the boundary of lewdness, of course. Because I know for a fact some people are letting their children take control for some reason. Which brings me to another point I want to bring out. YouTube is instead of making the parents or the guardians take control of what the children do, they're saying, you know what, you're not going to do anything about it, so we are. And they're because of that, they're also demonetizing anything that could be even slightly inappropriate, even if it's already censored, which makes no fucking sense. One sec. Yeah, this is why a lot of people are actually quitting YouTube. It's because of how horrible YouTube is becoming. And it's become so bad that people have literally made petitions. There's at least 3 sites that I know of, and a dozen more. I didn't want to go through the whole list, where people are actually petitioning to get the CEO of YouTube, Susan, fired. There's no other better way to say it. They're actually wanting Susan fired because of how horrible it's been ever since she took over. And if YouTube or the YouTube CEO Susan doesn't actually start listening to content creators, they're going to be losing a lot of creators and a lot of content, and thus a lot of money as well. But right now it seems like YouTube doesn't give a shit about what content creators want to say, or what content creators want to do to help change this. I've even seen big YouTubers like I'm gonna say Jacksepticeye, for example, who have actually commented saying how horrible YouTube has been gotten, and because of that, he's refused to go or to be included in any of the YouTube Rewind videos because of it. And not just because of YouTube, but because they're letting people do whatever they want just because they reach like a couple 100,000 or something like that in subscribers, and yet people are literally recording themselves either being abused, abusing each other, abusing other people in general, and sometimes even harassing people. And YouTube's not doing anything about it. I can name one YouTube channel that actually is allowing all this, and YouTube doesn't give a shit. I'm going to say, for example, Dead05. I've had people actually complain how bad Dead05 is, because he had actually recorded himself abusing his children, abusing his wife, to the point that the kids and the wife are all literally crying in the videos. And it's not like playful crying like, oh, he hit me with a sock. No, it's actually physical abuse. There's actually video proof of it all over YouTube. And just because my buddy decides to comment about this on a video of his own, YouTube decides, you know what, we're not going to let you get away with this. We're just going to shut your video down. You're not going to be able to share this ever again. Which is kind of bullshit, considering all they're doing is saying how bad YouTube is letting these people get away with this. There's other people as well, but I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, because of YouTube letting their bots take care of everything, YouTube is doing more harm than good for the content creators. If I actually go back onto my YouTube channel right now, I can find maybe 2 videos that have gotten over 1,000 views total each, and yet every other video is down, and yet for some reason YouTube is having more problems with the videos that are making 500 or more views, whereas the lower ones they don't seem to give a shit about. It's like their bot is just accusing people of being inappropriate or abusive without any proof. And it's not just abuse or inappropriateness, it's also copyright stuff. I've actually had a video of mine that literally just had a copyright-free song. It was a fully legit, fully royalty and loyalty-free song, and YouTube decides, you know what, you can't show this because it has copyright-written stuff in it, and it actually shows that specific song, and yet I have proof that it's actually copyright-free. So I don't know where YouTube is getting this idea that their bots are doing positive stuff for YouTube, when I'm finding all over YouTube that the bots are actually doing more harm than good. And I will say that YouTube, if you're I'm sure some of you are watching this. If not, then your bots are, which is bullshit. First of all, YouTube, anyone who's from YouTube, fuck you, because you're ruining YouTube, the channel, or the site. you're letting the bots let some of these abusive stuff and harassment stuff and copyright free stuff slip right by, whereas you're trying to claim or flag or warn people about stuff that's absolutely free to use. And from what I've seen, the videos that they're putting all these warnings, flags, claims, all that stuff, the videos that they're putting that stuff on, there's no copywritten material, there's no abuse, there's no harassment, there's nothing inappropriate, and things that are appropriate are already censored. So where's this issue that YouTube is having? You're not responding to anyone's emails about and complaints about all this stuff going on. Instead, you're just going la la la, pretending no one's even complaining. Whereas if I look on YouTube, all I have to do is type in YouTube problems, and I can find a dozen minimum videos of people complaining about YouTube. I can actually find videos of people actually saying they're quitting YouTube because of these problems, and instead, not just quitting YouTube, but they're going to the streaming competitor, Twitch, because Twitch is, first off, they're more laid back than YouTube is. The guidelines that Twitch uses is easy enough to get around. Just simply don't abuse or harass, whether it's physical abuse, mental abuse, abusing drugs, any of that stuff. As long as you're not doing that stuff, you're fine on Twitch. And of course, no nudity, of course. Yeah, let me know what your, for everyone else who's watching, let me know let me know what your opinions are about all these problems that YouTube has been having. Sorry, it's still early for me. Yeah, let me know in the comment section below your opinions and any of the problems that you might be having as well on YouTube. And I do try to respond to comments as much as I can. Haven't really had many, but I do respond to them. And if you want your comment read in an upcoming reading comments video, please go ahead. Post as many comments as you want on as many videos as you want as well. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I do want to mention that I will be going to ACON C4, which is Central Canada Comic Con, Canada Day at the Forks, Pride Winnipeg, and Aboriginal Day Live. If you want to see information about that, I'll put the link to that video in the description below, as well as at the end of this video. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, let me know if you have any of these problems or any other problems with YouTube. Let me know if you want anything for me to talk about in the next Thoughtful Thursdays video. Excuse me. And also, I do want to mention before I end this that I will be looking through comments for links to fan art, because I will be including fan art in upcoming videos. If you want to if you want your fan art shown in live streams, I do live streams here. It's twitch.tv/DraycosDragon. I do them every Friday, Saturday, Sunday at 1 p.m. You can also follow me on Twitter at DraycosDragon, and you can show me on there as well if you want. And I do try to keep up with any tweets on YouTube, so it won't be too hard to get a hold of me. I think that's pretty much it. So if you like this video, fire the like button, fire the subscribe button if you want to see more. Go to Twitch, which is right here, twitch.tv/DraycosDragon. Next video is actually coming. It's going to be tomorrow by the time you see this. And I think that's pretty much it. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you Dragon later. See ya.